Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here at DTI Information Network, where we're helping you be able to build your personal credit, helping you be able to then get business credit, and then you can take advantage of the bank's products. Some of the products that we like to take advantage of is the business credit cards. Some of these business credit cards will allow you to be able to travel the world for free using your reward points. Then we also like taking advantage of getting some of the business lines of credit, some business loans, so that you can actually acquire assets that cash flow and help you and your family build wealth. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about Navy Federal's auto loan product and the benefits of this particular product and why I think you should really consider becoming a member and getting this particular auto loan. So, the auto loan with Navy Federal is a very special product. One, because one thing I like about it is that they have 100% financing available on this particular loan product where you don't have to put any money down. That's zero money down. You walk in, you have a good credit score with Navy Federal built out. You have a good TransUnion 9 score. So make sure you know what your TransUnion 9 score is, and then making sure you have a good banking relationship with Navy Federal so that you can go and get 0% down financing. That's another good one. The other thing that I do like about it is that you can get multiple cars with one particular inquiry. So you can get two cars with one inquiry. So that's a really good benefit as well. Say you and your wife want to be able to get a car, or you want to help your kid or something like that. You want a vehicle, you want to get your kid a vehicle. With that one inquiry, you can qualify yourself for two vehicles. So that's also a big benefit I like about it. Now, there are some things that you want to be able to understand is that when you're getting an auto loan, they will be using, I like to call it comparable credit, right? So if you've had an auto loan in the past, let's say you had an auto loan and you received a $30,000 auto loan, right? Your last vehicle was $30,000. Well, a lot of times your qualifying limit is going to be about double that. So the next vehicle that you're going to be able to qualify for is going to be about a $60,000 vehicle. And then you have to work your way up so that you can get to the higher and more expensive vehicles. So the next time you have a $60,000 vehicle, keep it for 8 to 9 months. Then you can get and graduate to yourself to getting into the $100,000 vehicles and having that vehicle making on-time payments for a good 9 to 10 months. Then you can graduate up and get yourself $140,000, $150,000 vehicles where they feel more comfortable lending you that kind of money with 0% down. Now, you can get those other vehicles if you're willing to put down some money and put some skin in the game. You can get those vehicles as well, but we don't like to put any money down on our vehicles. And this is what I want to be able to teach you guys how to be able to do. That is the first thing you have to understand is that they're going to be looking at what your highest limit was the last time you had your auto loan. If you've never had an auto loan before, then the chances of you getting a very high auto loan is going to be a little more difficult. But it's still doable, especially if you can show that you have a good, nice size down payment to be able to get into that vehicle. So the other thing I like about this particular loan product is that there is no income verification. No income verification, meaning you don't have to actually provide income to be able to show it's stated income. So you can get this off stated income. If you're a W-2 employee, sometimes they may at other banks will make you have to put down like your pay stubs. You might have to put 2 or 3 months worth of pay stubs to show them that this is what you make and that you've been at this job for a certain particular time. Or if you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, they're going to want to see your 1099 bank, and then they're going to want to see your bank statements. So in this product here, there's a no income verification all the way up to like 100,000. So you pretty much state what you make all the way up to 100,000, and they will not require docs to be able to get this particular loan. This is a huge gem for somebody who just wants to make sure they hurry up and get qualified. So having a good relationship with Navy Federal is going to be key to being able to get you easy access to these loan products. Having a good TransUnion 9 score, I keep saying it over and over, I know, but having a good TransUnion 9 score combined with a good membership relationship with Navy Federal is going to be your access to being able to get these particular loan products with 0% down and no income verification. So I've talked about those two things, and then also being able to get multiple vehicles. That's the third thing that I like. The other thing I like is that you can apply early on in the month, and that inquiry will be good for 90 days. So if you get qualified for a vehicle, what's going to happen is they're going to issue you a check to be able to take to the dealership and for the certain pre-approved amount. And you can take that for 90 days. You can go and you can shop around to be able to see which vehicle you really want to be able to buy. You're going to have that already pre-approved for yourself. So that's a huge benefit that gives you some time so you can actually start working on finding whatever vehicle you're really looking for without the stress of knowing if you're going to be approved or not. So you don't ever want to just go right into the banks and let them run you. I had a client just today who was calling me on the phone like, hey, I'm at Tesla and should I get this vehicle? And I'm telling him, okay, are they going to run you anywhere else? Are they going to run your credit anywhere else? He said they're going to run it once and they're going to shop for the best rate. I was like, no, that's not what we're doing. So I had to tell him, he said, well, what should I do? And I said, run, get out of there. Get out of there, man. No, that's not how we go buy vehicles. We get pre-approved first. We get that letter in our hand or we get that check in our hand. Then we go in with power because they know you're serious and they know you can buy right then and there. That gives you negotiation skills when you're talking to them. That means they're not going to run your credit through a bunch of different places and then tell you what rate that they want you to get or what bank that they want you to get because they get kickback and incentives for it, right? So go in with power, people, and Navy Federal gives you that backing power by giving you that check when you go in to the bank, all right? So that's one good thing also. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is that even if you have a 600 credit score, you can still get qualified for a Navy Federal's auto loan. You might have to put down $5,000 or something like that, or $3,000 to be able to get the vehicle that you're looking for. But just knowing that even if you have subpar credit, you can still be able to qualify for one of their auto loans. That's huge. All right. And so building that relationship with Navy Federal is very, very important. Now, let me kind of go over some things that you're going to want to need to have when you are going into being able to apply, right? They're going to look at some things. They're going to look at how long you've been at your current address. You want to make sure you've been at your current address at least 2 to 3 years to make yourself look stable in the underwriter's eyes. All right. You don't want to say 6 months, 9 months, or anything like that. Make sure it's at least 2 to 3 years that you've had a stable address. Very important. All right. They're also going to want to know how long you've been at your current employer. How long have you been at your current employer? You're going to make sure that that's at least 2 to 3 years as well, to also make yourself look as stable to the underwriter as possible. Even though it's going to be stated income, meaning you state the income and you state all this stuff, you want to make sure that you put these certain things down to help your chances of approval. All right. The next thing they're going to want to know is what is your DTI? Yes. Here at DTI Information Network, we're talking about DTI. DTI in this term is what is your debt to income ratio. They're going to be looking at your credit report to be able to determine what debt is showing on your credit report. And then they're going to they're going to ask you what income that you're stating that you have. So if your income is $100,000 a year and your debt that's reporting on your credit report all your debt, all your loans, all your credit card debt, all that's on your credit report that they're looking at, they're asking you about. Your also what you pay as far as your mortgage or rent, all that they're going to consider, and they're going to say, based on this, this is what your debt to your income ratio is. So if you owe $50,000 in debt and your income is $100,000 a year, then you have a 50% debt to income ratio. You want to make sure that your debt is lower than 40%. Okay, so meaning you don't want to have $40,000 or more reporting on your credit report compared to the income that you have of $100,000. It has to be below that in order for you to qualify. So understanding your debt to income ratio is also very important. All right, so those are the things that you're going to need. Now you can actually go into the bank to be able to apply. You can actually apply online. It's very easy to apply online. You can actually apply over the phone. Either one of those, it doesn't make a difference. Don't listen to what people tell you of what's going to be easier for you to be able to get approved. Each one of those is still going to be sent to an underwriter for approval. They're going to verify all the information that's on there. If they have any questions, they're going to make sure they reach out to you and let you know. All right. So that's what I have for you. Oh, I was going to talk to you guys about the hack that's going around that you guys are here, the Navy Federal hack. This hack, I will warn you, this particular hack has gotten some people in trouble. I mean, you can get sued. You can also go to prison for this particular hack. As a matter of fact, there's somebody right now that's being charged for doing something very similar to this particular hack that I'm going to mention to you, but I'm letting you guys know just in case you come across it and you don't get yourself jammed up. All right, so this is the hack. The hack is that when you get that that check from Navy Federal, you can actually then take that check and cash it in your bank account, and now it becomes a personal loan. So let's just say, for instance, Navy Federal says, here's $60,000 for you to take to the bank, to the dealership of your choice. And instead you take that and you cash it and you do not send them the title to the vehicle of the vehicle that you bought. That will turn into a personal loan. If I'm not mistaken, it's within like 3 months if you don't pay it back, or you don't give them the title so that they can actually start reporting as an auto loan. So some people are taking that money and letting it turn into a personal loan and using it however you want to be able to use it. Well, okay, so family, I wanted to be able to show you what the going rates are going on right now. This is June 1st in 2024. These rates are subject to change anytime. They're always changing. But right now, for a new vehicle, this is really good. 4.54% for a vehicle that's up to 36 months. That's 3 years. So it goes all the way up. You can have this vehicle go all the way up to 96 months, although your interest rate is going to be higher, but you can stretch out that loan for a very long time. And that means that your actual cost per month is going to go down because it's stretched out for so long. So I do like that option, and you can pay it back sooner. So even though you have it for 96 months, you can have this vehicle for 6-7 years and then pay it off. And then it's not like you're really paying that whole 8%. Right? If you pay it off sooner, the better, but being able to have your payments as low as possible is the strategy and the key that I want you to understand. So this is huge. You don't really see banks going out 96 months. That's huge, right? And then also they do this for used vehicles. You can get a used vehicle, and that's 5.44% for 3 years. And then it also goes up to 72 months, and that's 6%. So you can see that having this vehicle with Navy Federal can actually be very advantageous for you. So you can get a really nice car and have really low payments. And so it's not really hurting you or stressing you too much. Now, the next thing I want to show you here, we went over this in the video a little bit earlier, but You can get this pre-approval and it's good for 90 days. See, I'm on the website right here. Same thing I was telling you before. It's good for 90 days. That's huge. The other thing I wanted to show you is that right here it states, just like I was mentioning before, 100% financing. That's no money down. So no need for a down payment, right? And then this is a really great tool. This is the actual estimator calculator. So you can go in, type in a $50,000 vehicle right here. You can go in, type in your $50,000 vehicle. It's going to calculate if you had it for, what is that, 60, 70, 6 years. If you had it for 6 years at that 5.29 interest rate, it would be an $802 payment. Now, this is what I was going to show you. Let's take this to 96 months. And then this was like 8%, right? So let's just do all the numbers the same. This was 8%, 8.09, I think it was. So we got 8.09. And let's calculate what that is. It's still significantly cheaper, right? So 709 if you took it all the way out that way. So very, very beneficial. Get these down. Get your loan payment stretched out as long as possible is what I believe in doing, so that you can have the flexibility of being able to pay it off sooner. There's not a prepayment penalty when you pay it off sooner. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys that, show you the interest rates, what's running right now. Also show you how you can apply here online, how you can shop for these vehicles. You can shop by the zip code and the make of the vehicle if you already know what vehicle you're interested in. They have a service called True Car, and somebody will definitely reach out to you if you put your information in there. They will be hitting you up like crazy. But just so you know, you just go here to Navy Federal, go under your personal, go under loans, and then you can go to your auto loan area and you can get your pre-approval. Make sure you go in with that pre-approval letter, like I said, and you'll be good to go. All right, so that's it for me, you guys. We'll talk to you guys more on the next one. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're getting value from all this free game that we're dropping. And then if this is a community that you think you want to be a part of, we have something called a school group community where we have like-minded individuals. We're talking about everything from personal credit, business credit, real estate, as far as acquiring assets to help you be able to build wealth. And we welcome you to be able to join us. Click the link below and see if we can get you in on the waiting list. The next round of openings, we're letting 50 people in, and it will be free. So right now it's currently free to get in. So I highly recommend you jump in and get some of the game from there as well, and see if you can build some connections with some like-minded individuals, everybody trying to go to the same common goal, and that is freedom, everything freedom. All right, peace. Thanks for stopping by.